All right, so I painted my house white. Well, I didn't really paint it. I hit it with some um gesso. All right, this is the white gesso. I hit it with some gesso, not with a start. Uh-oh, and I still had some wet there. Great. As- After I wash my hands, let's get that off. So I'm gonna start by I'm gonna treat this house as if I were going to alter it. I'm going to show you guys how I would alter a piece. So we know that our roof panel is 9.5 by 4.5 because we constructed it, right? So I cut my piece to size. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it where I would like it lined up. Okay. Nice and straight. Then you can do one of two things. You can get really adventurous and glue this down like so, but I'm not. This is what I do. I place it where I want it, and then I either with my hands or with a bone folder, you're gonna where you should cut is where you're gonna burnish. Okay? So I've already burnished really well on mine. I've got a marking. Where is all of this coming from? And I've got my markings really well. So now I'm going to cut. I'm going to cut on I forgot what I did here. Okay. I'm going to cut on the most pronounced lines. Okay. And I mean, it's like there, as clear as day as to where you should cut. And this one didn't do so well. So I'll put to in it again. And that's how you would treat anything that you alter, in my opinion. And you can use a knife if you want to make sure you get everything nice and neat. So you see how you get a perfect fit right around the piece. And if it's a little too tight, then you just want to go back in and just remove a teeny tiny sliver. See that? Just a teeny tiny sliver. And a teeny tiny sliver at a time. Don't go get too happy on me, okay? Because what will happen is you will ruin it. You'll ruin your piece. So just a little bit at a time. And I highly recommend that you ink whatever you cut. Okay. Most of this is probably going to get covered in glitter and in some textured paste. So we can create some snow, accumulation of snow in some areas. But so then now we've got that. Now you're going to make sure. Now, what's key here is that you make sure you position it where it should be. Okay. And that's there. And right there, there. It's going to get glue right there. And then you're going to work it into the crease. Okay. And guess what? You're going to crease. Careful you don't tear into the paper like I just did. Where you're going to crease with your bow folder. See how I already helped myself there? And then you're going to cut. Okay, that's it. And now we're going to glue our first piece down. Oh, by the way, I'm using Graphic 45 12 Days of Christmas paper. And you can use glue or gel medium to glue this onto the house. Whatever you want, it's fine. Okay, now I'm going to use wet glue just so I can get it going. I'm probably going to hit it with matte medium once I'm done. With gel medium, excuse me. And I think I have mine as a matte. Whoopsie. Oh, sorry. I hit my mouse and I thought I'd stop my recording. So you're going to get it where you want it. Once again, that's what's key here, guys. Yeah, looks real. We got the start of our roof already matted. See that? Already, it's taken shape. And you want to make sure you get in there with your bowl folder and that everything sticks down nicely the way it's supposed to. There, you know what? It's still wet down here. That's what's happening here. That's where that's coming from. Still wet. Okay. Right. And you can add shingles and stuff if you want. But this paper is so beautiful. I really want to use this paper. So now again, and here I'm going to do my French hens this way. It's just it doesn't really matter because I'm probably going to cover most of it. One going there. Right in there. Make sure it's lined up at the bottom. And you can either do with your fingernail or, whatever you want, like there. And there's my cut. I'm a little bit off my cut here, so that's not going to work. See. No, just a little bit off. And let me tell you, ink covers up a multitude of sin. So don't worry if you don't cut it perfectly straight. And the snow will also cover up a multitude of sin. Okay, so now we're going to position it back to where we want it. And I still didn't get that right. And that is right now. Yep, that is now light. And now we're done the fold. And let me use my bone folder because I didn't use my bone folder before when I was harping to find my crease. And I'm cutting inside the crease here because I want a little bit of white to show. You can go with a little bit more ink. Right, now some glue. How beautiful will this little chapel be for a wedding? Right? You can dress it up. Can be some kind of decoration in the wedding added to the wedding decor. How beautiful would it look? And a table. Just wonderful. All right. There is, I'm sure most of you probably thought that was going to be a little impossible, right? And how easy was that? You want to make sure everything's glued down perfectly. Your nails come in very handy when you are kind of matting around something when you're altering. Very handy. You don't have nails. Bone folders work magic. And I've got to have a corner here that's not quite glued down yet. So you can make it look as realistic as you want, but I'm gonna make this house all about this gorgeous paper. Now for the back side, that's a piece of cake. Let's cut another piece at 4.5 by 9.5. again. So we're going to place it exactly where we want it. I'm just going to go a teeny bit shorter than the 4.5. And when I said a teeny bit, I really meant a teeny bit. So you're going to position it where you want it. Right here, first of all, this is the side you want to start with, right? So you're going to do that. Hopefully this will help you when you're altering other projects. When you want to alter something else. Okay, we'll see. Key here is to, here we go. And if you want to use something to hold it, well, by all means, go right ahead. Do not do the other side, and of course, this one's bottom. Okay, now take that out and cut. And let's do a little test. I just need to shade a teeny bit here. And it looks like we are in business. I need to just cut a teeny tiny bit off of the side. Now let's ink this up. Sometimes it's easier for me to take my ink pad straight to the paper when they're getting kind of dry and they need to be re-inked. Okay, glue. Excuse me. This paper is so beautiful. And they glue all the way around. You want to get all of those corners glued down. You don't want them coming up. That gives you a sloppy project. We do not want a sloppy project. Okay. We fold everything down with your fingers. And you can grab your bone folder and get into those corners really, really well. Perfect. How perfect is that? The beautiful? The roof line, how gorgeous already. So now let's do something contrasting to this right here. I think that will make it really fun. What do you guys think about this one right here? I think so. This was, I can't remember now. I think 4.5 inches, 5 inches. 5 inches. So we're going to cut this at 5 inches by 4.5. Or shall I do this piece right here? I think that will look really sweet there. We're going to do that. So 2 pieces. All right, so 2 pieces, 4.5, 5, 5. So we're going to line it up from the outside edge. Hopefully I'll get these topiaries in there. That's what I'm going for. I'm going to cut first. And I thought I was going to cut that first, but I'm not. So let's get a little clipperoo. And now let's find the bone folder. Get this in here. Get it along the bottom. Oopsie. Careful, you don't want to tear into your paper, and sometimes I do that. Okay. So you got our cutting lines already. Holtz. And he can do that fits perfectly. We can use this one as a template for the other side. Okay, gotta cut just a little bit more on this side, which is very typical. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. I think that will work. And that works out perfectly. Let's get that corner. So get the corners perfectly aligned. That is what you got to do here. And I got to cut mine just a little bit more. Then once everything is perfectly aligned, you go in for maybe burnishing, creating a crease. And this is how you alter a really intricate piece. You may find something at a store that you're like, gosh, I would love to finish that off with some of this beautiful paper I own. But you're like, not so sure. Yes, you can. Right here. Just like this. And I got to get a little bit off of this side. So just slow and steady there is trimming away until you have the perfect shape. Now, I mean, how are you supposed to know to cut that out, right? This is the only way to do it. Ah, beautiful. Absolute perfection. Love it. So guess what? Some ink. And we can also use this to, make a template for the other side. So just make sure you're doing it properly, kind of mirror image, making sure your design is going in the right direction. You didn't really think about the French hint, the other side, but I should have. See that? You've got a perfect template now to do the opposite side. Like here. So cut along the line. Sure, you can't see my pencil mark. I can barely see my pencil mark. But it's there, promise ye. I was so not freehanding this. And that did not work out. Well, yep, I just got to win me a little bit more from this side. Okay. Yep, looking good, looking good. All right, I'm happy. So now let me ink these two pieces up. Might not be able to get in there, and I don't want to get too inky. All right, so now for the glue. Oopsie. Okay, perfect. Hope over time. Okay, perfect. And to the other side. How easy is that? It's gonna be like the cutest little church ever. Oh, my little tonic paper. That's okay. Nothing a little blue can't fix. All right, there is the roof line all covered. How darling is that? Seriously, super duper duper cute. Now I'm gonna finish off covering everything, and you're just probably gonna see me doing that. But you know already what to do to alter this piece. All right, so enjoy.